Past 12 and you're listening to Joe Durrant, and my guest in the studio this afternoon is Stephen Le Normand, who is a rare breed because he shares a job title with only 11 other people in the world. Yes, he's one of only 12 guild masters, and we've been hearing all about how he came to do this and what he does at the moment based at the Stonemasons Guild of St Stephen at Woodchester Mansion. He's going to be giving a talk on Thursday evening at the Stroud Local History Society. There are some tickets still available, so I'll give you all the details. But Stephen, one of the things that's come up in our interview so far is about the journey that you have to undertake. Can you just tell us a little bit more about your particular journey?
Apart from going across the Channel, going across the Mediterranean, and I had to get a short flight across Sudan because it was a war, I walked all the way. The traditional way is you have a stick of some kind and you twirl it, and whatever direction it falls in, that's the way you walk. You weren't allowed to have more than £50 at the time. Before you go, you can't have a girlfriend or a wife because you're not meant to be running away from anything. And the point of it is to learn about freedom, the fact that you don't want to be absolutely free because you need other people. So people have to rely on you as much as you rely on them. So it's a life lesson as much as a skill lesson.
So where did you walk to? Where did you end up?
I ended up in Durban. Working with the Xhosa tribe in South Africa, in Transvaal and the Ciskei. So I walked the length of Africa, as I say, apart from a little bit of Sudan. I went to Israel. I went wrong a few times, which looking on a map now, at the time I didn't know where I was after time. I come from Islington, I was 21, so I didn't know the difference between one African dialect and another, so I had no idea where I was. But looking at the map and tracing it up, I went wildly out of my way a couple of times, getting mixed up where I thought a big lake was the sea. Lake Victoria, I thought it was the sea, and I followed it, and I ended up going back towards Sudan, which wasn't a good idea at the time.
Did you have to do all of that in one go? There was no breaks or anything?
No, you can't come home, or then you couldn't come home. So you had to stay more than 50k away from your home. So I went and I came back after 2 years. I had to get a work permit, and I went back for another year, but I flew back and backwards and forwards for that, but the walk was 2 years.
2 years? Wow. What's going through your head when you're doing something like that?
I don't know. I think I was just a bit stupid, really. Not fear, and I would be now. It's just a release, really. You just walk each day and you follow the sun going up and the sun going down, and you're thinking about getting water and food, and it's just very relaxing. You occasionally, a few times I met other journeymen, Germans and French journeymen. It was quite nice. Spend a couple of days with them. But there's a bit of a tradition that you have to, you spend a couple of days with these people. It's quite intense because it's of the situation. But then one morning when you wake up, you want to be the one that's gone. And you don't leave a message or anything, you just go because you're a journeyman, you're free, and you just walk off. So there's a bit of a competition at the end who leaves first.
And were you learning any of your skills as a stonemason along the way, or did that training...